If any culture or any country has to learn anything from Korea, I think it's Jong. Good morning, everyone. I needed to wake up early today because I'm backed up on comments, so I need to spend a couple hours replying to all the comments. Man, I'm so tired. I had this freaking mosquito in my room last night. They would just fly around my ear and I'd wake up every single time, but I could never get it. Every 30 minutes I woke up from that fucking mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. Anyways. So I finished. No, actually no, I'm lying. I didn't finish my comments. I got to finish some of my comments until about 8:30. It's really time consuming, so I'm gonna have to do it again tomorrow to really catch up. But today, I thought I would talk about Jong. Jong is kind of difficult to explain. I think I might have to show you while I explain what Jong is. So let's go. Somewhere in Dongdaemun, I'm kind of lost. I went to a random coffee shop. My Korean is not that great. I just said, you know, 안녕하세요, ice americano 부탁합니다, right? Please, can I have a ice americano? And she started to speak to me in English. And she was sweet, smiling, you know. And then I asked her, omayo, like how much? And in English again, she's like 2.5. She was so sweet and nice, and she knew I didn't really speak Korean, you know, but she still tried her best to make me feel comfortable. So that's like the very first example of Jong. Guess who's here? Sola just got out of school, so decided to meet up and, you know, have some food. And I actually asked her earlier, I'm like, baby, what is Jong? And she couldn't explain it.
It's hard to explain.
So I guess right now is a perfectly good example of Jong. We only walked for 2 seconds. Me and Sola stopped because we couldn't decide what to eat, because as you can see, there's food everywhere. And the lady was like, oh, I recommend you go to this place. So she didn't even recommend her own food. She recommended to go to a different restaurant. It's like, oh, it's cold over there, you can sit down. So that was kind of cool.
So I guess 떡볶이.
Go for it. 맛있어요? That's what I ordered. Let's try it. 진짜 맛있어요. I like it. I'm trying to ask the lady, can you explain to me Jong? She said, oh no, I can't, it's too difficult. I just can't explain it. I guess it is really difficult, even for Koreans to explain what Jong is. Actually, it's so good until like the plate. 진짜 맛있어요.
한국말도 안 하면 배우고 있어.
감사합니다.
그리고 왔으면 해가지고.
Solo just brought up a really good point. There's no tip culture in Korea, so they don't really have to be nice to you, but they get a personal satisfaction from making you happy by making sure you're satisfied and you always have enough food on the table. And the only thing they really want in return is a thank you and to tell them that their food is delicious. So if you visit Korea, tell them you like the food, and you will just see how happy they get. And it just feels like I'm eating at home. I can't. Can you explain that to me?
Actually, it's so hard to explain.
Can you do your best? Because nobody can answer me yet. 네, 감사합니다. 네. So I just walked up to the tourist information guides and I tried to ask them, like, oh, can you please explain to me Jong? They stood there and I said, oh, you can say it in Korean, it's okay. They just couldn't explain it to me. When I first came to Korea, I was really confused because every time I see a Korean on the street, I thought they were really serious and kind of mean, mostly because of the facial expressions. But every time I'd go to a coffee shop, store, or restaurant, or come in contact with any Korean, they were extremely friendly. They wanted to give and help me, and that's when I actually saw them smile. So I was really confused. One of my really good Korean friends, Mickey, every time we go out, he always wanted to pay for lunch, he always wanted to pay for dinner, he always wanted to buy my drinks, coffee. So just grab some coffee, and Mickey paid for my lunch. Again, Mickey spoils me.
No, don't say that kind of thing. Just leave those things behind.
Anytime I had any problems, he always wanted to help me, and that was his form of jong. After asking a few Koreans today what jong meant, I can see why it's so difficult to explain, because it's one of those things you kind of have to come here and feel for yourself. The feeling of being home. I haven't felt that feeling in many places, and I've traveled all over the world. You know, if any culture or any country has to learn anything from Korea, I think it's jong. It's very nice to come to a country that makes you feel like home, even as a foreigner. So, you know, Korea, I just wanted to say thank you very much. I definitely learned something today. Oh, I forgot my Milkies. Drink Milkies.
Unbreakable.